Hi, so we're doing a room tour today, and you guys actually requested this many years ago when I first started my channel, and I never wanted to do it. I never really wanted to show you around my room because, to be honest, while a lot of you guys thought my room looked fun and exciting, I kinda hated it for a long while. While I have fixed up my room a lot in the past couple of years, I still do not 100% like it. I still feel like I have too much stuff sometimes. I still feel like I could organize more. And my room's honestly kind of a mess like 75% of the time. But a big change that is happening, at least for me, is I'm going to be moving out in literally about 2 weeks, and I'm going to be going to college somewhere else, which I've mentioned in tutorials, but I haven't mentioned in any other videos, so if you haven't watched any of my recent tutorials, you probably wouldn't know, but yes, I'm leaving for college. So I'm not 100% moving out of this room, but I am gonna take a lot of stuff from this room with me when I leave, so I thought it would be fun to give you guys the room tour you guys always ask for, and it would also be cool for me to look back on, because this is what my room has looked like for a long while now, and I don't know. I will also give you a tour of my new room when I move into college. It's gonna be quite empty, but if you're interested, I can give you a tour. I'm excited. I'm really excited to go to college this fall. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about giving you a tour of my room. A couple things before we start. Like I already mentioned, I've always been hesitant to give a room tour. Some days I do love my room, and the other days I'm like, what the heck, I'm 22, this room looks so childish. If you guys could just refrain from any negative comments. I know I have too much stuff. I know I need to get rid of more. There's just some situations in my household that make some of this hard. We can just please refrain from those comments. Thank you. I don't know how big you guys thought my room was, so let me just show you, because you always see like this bit of my room. But the truth is, it's not honestly that big. So there's one wall, right? If we just go slightly this way, oh, I guess let me take you off. I don't know if you guys thought it was bigger because you always saw this piece. But no, literally just around the corner is the other wall, and that's pretty much my whole room. So you guys have already pretty much seen my whole room. The way we're gonna do this is I'm just gonna show you my room and some bits and pieces that I find interesting or that I really like about my room. And yeah, I think that is. So we will get started with this room tour. We're just gonna start the room tour here at the door. So we're in the door, and then we're gonna show you around. I'm gonna flip it so I can show you my room. Okay, so if you just walked into my room, this is basically what you would see. I have two big mirrors, which is actually my closet. So this is my closet, my clothes are in here. And first I'm just gonna give you an overview tour of all my room, and then we'll get into some of my favorite parts. So first thing, you walk in, you pretty much just see my bed, my trash can, and then my mirror. And we have my desk, and then on this side of the room, if we're just doing a quick overview, we have two shelves that are really full, and these are in the background of most of my videos. Down there's my Rainbow stuff. I've showed you that before. And then on this side of my room and on the other side of the door, we have some bags that you like to use. I have a bag of Appa, I have some bags, usually my school bags back here too, but I gave it to my aunt who's washing it for me, so thanks to my aunt for washing it. This side of the room basically is just my dresser. We have my thing that has my roller skates. I'm excited to show you my skates. This thing which has craft supplies. I actually have two of these. They're from Michael's. I could end the room tour here because that's pretty much, if I did a quick version of my room tour, that's pretty much my whole room. Also, one thing I want to address at the start of this video, because I can't forget when I did my loom organization video, I got a lot of comments about the floor in my room. A lot of you guys were like, oh my god, ew, that's so gross. I literally just vacuumed my floor and it still looks disgusting, and the reason is it is paint. I don't know if I commented back at anybody, but I paint a lot on my floor, so all of this is paint and it can't come off. And I've tried, and my dad already knows that the floor in my room is hopeless, but it's okay because most of the floor in our house is hopeless. Just wanted to address that because I feel like a lot of you thought I was a gross person, but I'm not. It's just paint, and I paint a lot, and I liked to paint on the floor at some point because I didn't have a desk in my room, and this happened. That's basically it. Anyways, I guess we will start in the most obvious thing when you first walk into my room is we'll start at my bed. So this is my bed, and as you can tell, I have a lot of plushies. You're gonna notice this throughout my whole room. I feel like you kind of tell that when I did the quick overview. I just own a lot of stuffed animals. Stuffed animals were some of my favorite things when I was a kid, and because of that I've just amassed a lot of stuffed animals, and I have a lot of memories with a lot of stuffed animals, so I haven't gotten rid of a lot of stuffed animals either, and I kind of just like them. So these are all the stuffed animals that are just on my bed. That's Spotty, so let's go to Spotty first because I feel like that's a good place to start. So this is Spotty. She is basically my favorite stuffed animal, and I've had her since I was 7, and she looks really loved, and that's just because I used to sleep with her every night. I get cold ridiculously easy. So it is summertime right now, and I have an extra blanket that I put on at night, as well as I always have a comforter on my bed, but I almost always have a comforter on my bed, and I'm just a naturally cold person. Yeah, so we have all my plushies. The orange juice is one of my faves. This guy's coming to college with me, as well as Spotty. They will be joining me. The other thing I guess we could talk about is my bed sheets. Hungry Caterpillar bed sheets, and I actually kind of absolutely love these. So Hungry Caterpillar's like Eric Carle. He was an illustrator. I'm an artist. I can appreciate that. I actually kind of really like these bed sheets, but I usually switch between 3 different ones. So well, right now we have Eric Carle. I usually also have SpongeBob, and I have a Star Wars Rebels one, and I've just had them forever, and I always use them. The Star Wars Rebels one is the newest. I've literally had this one and the SpongeBob one since I was probably like 7 or 8. My pillowcases are just totally random. We have Little Miss Sunshine and Powerpuff Girls, and they just always change. I do have Star Wars Rebels sheets on my bed right now. So you can see Zeb over there, we see Chopper here. And one thing you're gonna notice about my room as I'm touring you around is there's a lot of SpongeBob, there's a lot of Taylor Swift, there's a lot of Star Wars Rebels, there's a lot of Dan and Phil, and those are just pretty much the things I like that are just all over this room. Speaking of Taylor Swift, we have my 3 Taylor Swift calendars right above my bed, and honestly, I just really like Taylor Swift. I'm a huge, massive Swiftie. And I've liked her since I was literally 7 years old, so yeah. So above that, we do have some paintings. I have some SpongeBob things that have just been in my room forever. Honestly, if anything in this room is SpongeBob, it's probably just been here so long, I just forget. Then we have some of my paintings. Sometimes, honestly, I feel like my room is just like my own mini art gallery, which is kind of ridiculous, but I just like to hang my own work absolutely everywhere. Almost every inch of wall space in my room has been used. And yeah, so we have some of my paintings, we have some more of my paintings over here. Honestly, I could just give you a tour of all the artwork on my walls, but because I don't want this video to be ridiculously long, I'm just gonna do a quick overview. So that kind of takes care of this corner of my room. It's only natural to go right next to it, which is my desk, and you guys have seen a lot of my desk because if you follow my tutorials, I film them right here on this desk. I usually just move this Hello Kitty mat. The reason I have a Hello Kitty mat on my desk is actually because I do polymer clay, and polymer clay does eat away at a lot of like desk stuff. I try to keep it on the mat, but if we're being perfectly honest, this desk's kind of ruined too. Here's all my clay stuff, I guess. So I do a lot of polymer clay. I've been working on these jars. I mentioned in the flounder video that I was working on these, and if my camera would focus, you could see them. But they're almost done. I just have to finish painting them. I have this octopus jar. And then over here we have this jar that has snails on it, which looks pretty good. I also have a glorified folding chair for a desk chair because my dad got me this and I just never upgraded. I really honestly like just displaying all my polymer clay stuff here. These are honestly some current projects I'm working on, like the jars. I'm also working on some sharks and I really love them. They're very cute. And I honestly just really love sculpting with clay. I honestly kind of want to expand to polymer clay tutorials really soon, so that's exciting. Yeah, I just kind of have a bunch of random stuff on my desk if I'm being perfectly honest. It's kind of just like polymer clay things. There's the water I'm drinking. This has like pencils and then just miscellaneous other things I need and use, like pencils, there's scissors in here, glue. I have the pride flags I got from the pride parade that I went to. I just have my bands, the white and black, because I always use them. They usually are on my desk, as well as some just extra cotton balls that I like to have around because I always forget stuffing. So we will move on now to this bit of my room. So this bit is, I don't know, it's in the background of a lot of my videos. You guys have never seen this corner, so this corner is just all my plushies. When I said I had a lot of stuffed animals, I was kind of not joking. I have a bunch of stuffed animals and yeah. The only one I would like to point out is this seal. His name is Bubbles. He was one of my favorites from when I was a kid. And then this is Beep, who is his best friend who likes to sit on his head. And yeah, it's just really cute. Right here we have one of these things that are from Michael's that I honestly really like. And I have a lion, so this is some of Phil's merch. It's a lion and I absolutely love him. We have some giant jars full of bands that have just been picked up off my floor that I'm too lazy to sort. We have this crochet cactus kit I never used. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to go through all these drawers. Just assume they're all art supplies and like this top one's bands, but that's about it. Okay, so moving on from this corner, we have this section, which is honestly probably one of my favorite sections of my room that I really love. So if I've ever bought from you in an Etsy video, your stuff is still here. I also did a trade with Evelyn and her dragon lives here. So me and Evelyn did a trade about 2 years ago. I sent her polymer clay dragon and she sent me a rainbow loom dragon, so I did not make this. This was made by Evelyn, who is Mythical Loomer on Instagram. And yeah, so he kind of like guards all my sketchbooks, because all of these are art paper or sketchbooks, and this dragon just kind of guards them. Yep, look how cute. So yeah, like I said, if I've ever bought from you, okay, that octopus is mine, but literally everything else here I did not make. I bought from people. But yeah, so all this stuff is stuff I've bought from Etsy videos and you guys have sent me. And we also have my Loom Artist Award I keep here. And I don't know, I just really like this corner. It's also really cool to me that I own stuff that was made by other people, so I really like this corner. There's just various things here. But yeah, like this is made by Alexis Looms. I forget who some of these are made by, but this is Alexis Looms. These are by Creations with V. I bought from her and I totally forgot to film me opening her package, and I'm so sorry about that. This is by Jasmine Rainbow Looms, and then we have this one who was sent to me by Panda Looms. I also have a lot of SpongeBob Legos here, so there's just like, there's a couple SpongeBob Legos, you probably saw those up there. And yeah, under this shelf there's not much interesting stuff. We do have my Tsum Tsum shelf, and it is double layer of Tsum Tsums, so there's more Tsum Tsums back there. I really liked Tsum Tsums when they came out, and I collected a lot of them, which shouldn't be a surprise to anyone considering how many plushies I have. So we pretty much just have a couple SpongeBob bins. I have these all over my room. Another half-finished project. That's my Etsy mailers, so these are just like all my mailers for Etsy. I have a bin of some stuff that's currently, so this stuff is all currently on my Etsy shop, and this is just some stuff I've been meaning to take photos of and took So me and my cousins, we took a Taylor Swift quiz that would like tell you all your Taylor Swift songs. So this is from Reputation era, so it does not have like Lover, Folklore, or any of like the vaults or anything like that on it. So this is before, so this is like when only Reputation was out. And I thought it'd be fun to show you so you can judge some of my favorite Taylor Swift songs. I feel like after like the first, probably 10, these all kind of switch with different songs. But yeah, the first 10 are like a solid, like some of my favorite Taylor Swift songs. And yes, my favorite Taylor Swift song is New Romantics. That's definitely still the same. We'll go into the last shelf. And one of my things I think is really funny about the shelf is I have a lot of my religious statues up here at the top. I used to do robotics, so those are some robotics trophies. But then I have all these like religious things in front, and then oh back there we have Kanan and Ezra. Like yes, Kanan and Ezra, and then yeah, Jesus in the front. So that just kind of cracks me up all the time because we have like Star Wars and then Jesus, but it's fine. This shelf is also pretty fun and one of my favorites. I love how this looks in the background of my videos too. We have some Star Wars Rebels pop figures, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, and Otter Pop. And just some stuff that I like. I also have a lot of little Crossy Road figures, and I really was obsessed with Crossy Roads for a while too, so I keep all of them. I do really enjoy reading, so I just have a lot of books, and I've actually read majority of these, so I used to read a lot, and I still do read occasionally when I have time. Some things, but we have a couple Taylor Swift signed CDs. So we have Fearless that's signed, we have a Folklore. I actually have 2 signed Folklores. And that kind of happened on accident because we ordered this bundle that came with a blanket and it also came with a signed CD. And these are all signed by Taylor Swift, which is amazing. And I think it's insane that I own stuff that are like signed by her. And down here we just have some more sketchbooks. I have a Wreck This journal. I've been really thinking about doing a Wreck This journal series on this channel. I might do it soon, we'll see. And then we have some needle felt stuff over here. I don't know if you guys know, but I did do needle felt for a long while, so we have some of my needle felt creations as well as Bernie Sanders, the Rainbow Loom Bernie Sanders I made. And you guys already probably all know what this last shelf is, as I've showed it before, but this is just all my Rainbow Loom stuff. So I keep most of my Rainbow Loom stuff that's in cases here, and I also have a bin that's behind, let me show you. It's behind the giant canvas over there. There's a bin that I keep bins in as well. This part of my room is kind of a mess. I have a bunch of robotics medals here, so I used to do robotics, and we were actually pretty good because most of these are first place. We have a couple second place, and we actually got second at state once, so I was pretty good at robotics, which is kind of shocking. I have my roller skates here, and I keep them on the skate leash when I have them here because Usually I'll skate at the park or at my grandma's, so I just keep them on the skate leash and then I'll grab them and leave. These are the ones I use majority of the time. I just like them better than my other skates. And then underneath we have my very first pair of skates, which is my Impalas. So these are Impala skates, and they worked pretty well. It's just I really didn't like the bolt-on toe stop, so I liked having the option, I liked being able to adjust my toe stop on these, which is why I use these more often. Here is just my dresser. It has all my clothes in it. This, once again, Misc art supplies. That's what we're gonna assume it is, because that's pretty much all it is. I mean, this top drawer is just like scrunchies, and then I have like a lot of lip balm right there. And then the rest of this is honestly just like Misc art supplies. So yeah. I have a lot of paintbrushes here, and that's what the jars, like the octopus jar and the snail jar, they're gonna replace some of these jars just because I thought it would be fun to have some fun like jars to put my paintbrushes in. This is one of my other favorite things, is this toucan I made for an art class. He sits here, he wears a paper hat that one of the kids I know from church made me, and I thought it was funny, so I stuck it on my toucan. But yeah, we have my toucan here. So the only really last interesting thing in this corner of the room, this is my closet, which I think I showed you. I don't remember if I did. I ever filmed this video like 3 times. So yeah, this is my closet. I'm not going to show you inside my closet. It has mirror doors, but inside my closet is just my clothes. Like, there's nothing interesting in there. I just keep my clothes as well as some like blankets and stuff at the top of my closet, but that's about it. So yeah. And then over here we have a lot of my big art supplies. So these are a lot of my like giant pad of paper, giant clipboard. There's my like bag I use to hold my big artworks. A guitar that I covered for like design too. Yeah, I just have some big canvases here, including one giant canvas that I haven't had an opportunity to paint yet, and I'm kind of scared to paint. My mom got me this canvas the same time she got me this canvas that I used to make a giant chameleon painting. And then we have my work hat here. So this is a hat I wear to work all the time. Whenever I work at my job, I wear this hat. If it would focus. Yeah, I wear this hat to work, so my work hat is here. We have a half-finished poncho, all my shoes. So I have my work shoes. There's also my metal roller that fell that I keep right here. So we have my work shoes, my other shoes. I have a pair of Adidas, and then I just have 2 pairs of Converse. And then the very last thing that is kind of interesting about my room that I'm very excited to show you is my art wall. So this is probably one of my favorite things about my room. I love it, but I also occasionally hate it. Sometimes it just feels like it looks like I threw up all over my walls, because I just have stuff I like everywhere. I have a bunch of photos of Taylor Swift, so we have like Taylor Swift, that's also Taylor Swift, more things of Taylor Swift. I'm a really big Swiftie. I also used to like this artist called Colton Dixon. I kind of don't like him anymore. He's kind of politically gone wrong, so I don't really support him anymore. Also, here's this photo of me and my sister when we went to the rep tour in Arlington, and we actually touched Taylor's hand, and it was so insane. Also, a little fun fact, if you look really closely on the rep tour on Netflix, you can see me and my sister's hands. We have Rainbow 13s on, and you can see like a bit of my face and my hand when she passes through the crowd, which is really cool. There's a photo from the first time I voted, and also my little brother. He actually looks like my little brother here. He is way taller than me now. But yeah, we met this political dude the very first time I went to vote, which is insane. I could spend forever showing you everything that's on this wall because we have a lot of my paintings I'm proud of. I also have a Dan and Phil calendar that is not accurate, that I just changed like whenever the month changes, because I'm a big Dan and Phil fan. We also have a Pokemon poster because I really do love Pokemon. So, and we have just a bunch more of my artworks. Oh, we have the photo of when I met Dan and Phil. So I went to Interactive Introverts and I actually had the opportunity to meet them. So I met them, and I am 100% crying in this photo. I look like a disaster, and the photo I got with them is blurry, but it was the only photo I got. But I'm meeting Dan again this November, so hopefully I can get a better photo. And I basically just have a lot of little photos. We have this piece, which actually got me 2nd place in the art show at my school before I graduated. And yeah, I'm really proud of it. I really like it. It hangs on my wall. And yeah, we also have this, which is another amazing Phil thing, so yes. And then I have a couple photos of Brett here, as well as my cousin. And then I just have a bunch of photos and things I've made everywhere. This was also for my design class. We had to do like an ombre and then make a stencil. It was like a whole thing. So I think that is pretty much it for this room tour. That is pretty much everything I find interesting in my room. Like I said earlier, if you can please refrain from comments. I know I need to fix my room more. It's kind of a disaster, and sometimes I honestly hate my room because I'm like already 21 and I feel like my room looks childish sometimes, but it's my room. So yeah, and I thought this would be cool to look back on, as I am moving out in the next 2 weeks to go to college, so we'll see. And if you want to see a tour of my room when I get to my apartment, I can do that too. But I just thought it was about time I finally gave you a tour of my bedroom. But yeah, so subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. I might do another room tour soon if I decide to do the room tour at my apartment that I'm getting. But yeah, so subscribe to me if you want to see more videos from me. But I think that is it for this one. I will leave my Instagram, Etsy, and everything down in the description below. I think that is it for this video. I'm really tired. I filmed this video over like 4 times because I didn't like how it was turning out. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked seeing around my room. And yeah, I will see you in the next video, which I honestly don't know when that'll be, but I hope you like this one. And yeah, bye.